Now the basis of class formation. The first one is economic basis. Class is based only on account of differences in economic power. In Communist Manifesto by Marx and Engels, they have mentioned that the history of all hitherto existing societies is the history of class struggle. Means whatever societies are there, they are based on certain class struggles. They have described classes as economic conflict groups which are divided on the basis of the possession of the various instruments of production. So Karl Marx and Engels, they have said that the classes have emerged because there are different groups and each group possesses some instruments of production, and because of the possession of the instruments of production, there are economic conflicts among the groups. Freemen and slaves, patrician and plebeian, lord and serf, guildmaster and journeyman, oppressor and oppressed are the names of social classes in different historical periods. In this way, they believed an industrial society to be composed of two classes, the bourgeois capitalist and the proletariat laborers. So they said that the capitalist society consists of two classes, the bourgeois, that is the capitalist, and the proletariat, that is the laborer. Before the Industrial Revolution, there were two classes, landlords and agriculturists. Since the main form of production was land, as before the Industrial Revolution, the main form of production was land. Therefore, there were two classes, the landlords and the agriculturists. According to them, wealth determines the social status of the individual, and the basis of class stratification is economic differences. So they both believe that wealth determines the social status of individuals, and the basis of class stratification is the wealth is the economic differences of different groups or individuals. Second is life chances. The essence of class distinction are differences in the life chances. The members of the same class get the same opportunities to achieve valued material and non-material rewards by society. So they are the class differences are also because of the life chances. Some have the opportunity to achieve valued material resources and the others do not. Life chances of rich are more than that of the poor. Then social situation. Classes are based not merely on economic differences but on the social status also. The essence of class is class consciousness. So because of social status, there is a difference between the classes, and this is in regard to class consciousness. Economic division does not unite people and separate them from others unless they feel their unity or separation from others, Besides economic differences, a feeling of unity provides necessary ideology in due course. Fourth is occupation. Occupation is also a basis of class division. Individuals in superior occupation are treated as superior, while those in inferior occupation are treated as inferior. Then manual labor. Manual labor is also a basis of class consciousness. People indulging in manual labor are looked upon as belonging to an inferior class, while those engaged in administration, sports, war, religion, and other activities are treated as belonging to superior classes. Then other factors. Class consciousness is the sum total of 5 factors. Number 1, prestige rating. Number 2, IQ. Number 3, average income. Number 4, education of some years. Number 5, the amount of birth restrictions. But these 5 factors are not enough for class consciousness. It chances according to circumstances. It changes according to circumstances. Now the term class consciousness. Class consciousness is the sentiment that characterizes the relations of men towards the members of their own and other classes. Class consciousness consists in relation. So class consciousness is the sentiment that characterizes the relation of men towards other members of their own and other classes. Class consciousness consists in relation of a similarity or attitude and behaviors with members of other class. How a person is behaving, or what is the attitude of a person towards other persons or other classes is called as class consciousness. Karl Marx emphasized the role of class consciousness in social life. Workers are said to have achieved class consciousness when they recognize not only their common interests but also forged solidarity among themselves and a common attitude towards their enemy, that is the capitalist. According to Karl Marx, the workers have a better class consciousness, and this class consciousness develops in the workers when they recognize their common interest and also the solidarity among themselves and a common attitude towards their enemy, that is the capitalist. The following are the conditions that favors class consciousness. Number 1, social mobility, where social mobility of the individual in the up and down directions is easy and rapid. There won't be any stable differences in the mode of life. The mode of life will keep on changing when there will be social mobility of the individuals in up and down directions. If the social mobility is impossible as in the caste system, the attitudes of the members of different classes to each other become habitual and automatic. In the caste system, there is no mobility. So, in that case, the attitude of the people and the habits of the people will be constant. If the social mobility is possible with great effort, the consciousness of differences is heightened. And if there is mobility, then the consciousness of differences will be high. Second is rivalry and conflict. Rivalry and conflict. When the members of a class possess common interests, this possession brings rivalry against common enemy. That is, workers possessing common interest have class consciousness because they have to defend themselves against a common enemy, the capitalist. So when the members of a class have a common interest, this common interest will bring a rivalry against common enemy. For examples, the workers, when they are united and having a common interest, they will develop a class consciousness and they will rise against their enemy, that is the capitalist. The class is association in character. Third, common tradition. When the members having common traditions embodying common experiences come together, their common tradition and experiences leads to the rise of class consciousness among them. So when there are common traditions and there are common experiences of the people and they come together, then a class consciousness among them is established automatically.